Praise the Lord, everyone. This is Evangelist Walesa Norris, and I am coming to you guys today with my message of today. And my message of today is identifying the Mordecai in your life. Now, Mordecai from the book of Esther, if you are a Bible reader, right? Mordecai was a person of integrity, right? He knew who he was. He didn't look for special recognition. He just always tried to do the right thing, right? And if he seen something that was wrong, right, he would intervene or try to help in any way he can. Or he will remind the person of what they were called to do in their position if they have gotten off track, right? If they feel like, hey, well, that has nothing to do with me. But if God has put you in a place of leadership, whether that's in a church, whether that's in a household, whether that's in a family, whether that's in a job, right? He had to remind Esther that God did not just bring you to this position and give you your crown of glory, right? Just for you to look pretty, right? Just so you can show off your good looks and different things of that nature. He called you to be on assignment, right? And to pray to him and pray to him for your people or those who may have gotten off track. And not only those who have gotten off track, for those who enjoy doing evil, wicked things toward other people, which are your people, right? So this is what Mordecai do in your life. From the book of Esther, we know that Mordecai was a man of integrity. He gave respect to any and everyone, right? Mordecai had the personality. I treat the janitor with the same respect as I treat the CEO. I'm not bowing down. I'm not idol worshiping. I'm not worshiping different people, right? I give them their respect. I give them props for props is due, but I know who I am. I'm a man of integrity. If I see something wrong, I'm a step in and try to intervene. If I see something right, I'm gonna give you your props, but right, I'm not just gonna run up behind you and make it seem like you are the God who brought me here. The same God that made you made me, right? But I do honor and respect people. We do know from the book of Haman, right? The book of Esther, Haman, who was put in a position of power that God blessed him with finances and just different things, right? He took that to offense because he was so used to people running up to him, bowing down, worshiping him, believing everything he's saying, going along with everything he's saying until he ran into Mordecai, right? Mordecai background was Jewish, right? But he didn't know that. So a lot of people might not know that you're spiritual just for your outside appearance, right? Or maybe the way you live. You may not be out in a spotlight or different things of that nature, right? You're just happy and content with where you at, where God has called us to be, whatever season in life, being happy and content with whatever you have until he raise you up or increase you. And if he never give you nothing else, right, you're just happy that all is well. So this is the type of personality Mordecai had, right? He was content with his position and where he was in life. He seen that Haman had got favored and had got blessed, which he gave him his respect, but he wasn't getting ready to kiss his butt. He wasn't getting ready to believe or do anything he said. And Haman had a problem with this. But now Haman, not knowing that Queen Esther, right, was related to Mordecai. Somebody could be related to you spiritually and you're not knowing. You just see that you identify with their spirit, right, with their words, and you know when a person is for you, right, because you feel them through spirit and soul before you look at looks, right? You feel their intuition, you hear their wisdom, and you're like, man, this is something that can help me in my life, or I did need that correction, right? So this is what Mordecai had to do to Esther. He let her know that this man in power was trying to come against him and everybody else, right? And he was so sad. He was crying and he was praying. He was like, just so I won't bow down to him just because our people don't worship him as if he is a God, right? It's something that you have to do, right? And Esther was like, well, what can I do? I am queen, but she was just thinking like, thank God he blessed me with this title, right? And Mordecai had to remind her, no, he blessed you with that title and the position that you are in so that you can intercede on behalf of your people, so you can stand up for what's right in your position, right? And so Esther had to come to that conclusion where you are right, Mordecai. Maybe I should go before the king and pray and fast, and if I perish, I perish. But we know from the book of Esther, she didn't perish, right? her faith, her fasting, her belief in God, and her coming to the realization of what God had called her to do saved her people from an evil plot that was going on against them and their entire generation, just because somebody was in their pride, right, in their ego, believing that, oh, I have all this, I have this title, I have this and that, and you should bow down to me, and if you're not worshiping me, then off with your head. But Mordecai was not that type of person. So God has put a Mordecai in all of our life during different seasons, right? And you just have to identify who is Mordecai in your life and what is God calling you to do, right? So Mordecai, like I said, they have integrity. They're not so high up on titles and just trying to fit in and trying to belong. They do what's right, what's just and fair to the best of their ability, right? And they are pointing out your good points. They are calling out your spiritual gifts, right? They're calling out things that they believe that you can accomplish in your life that you may be struggling with or thinking, I don't know if I can do this, right? But Mordecai is going to tell you, listen, I see the gifts in you. I see the talents in you. I see the wisdom in you. I believe you can do better than this. I believe that you can use your gifts and talents to help other people or help yourself, right? Or even if you're in the ministry, right? Let's not get caught up on too much of titles. It's great to be titled, right? But the thing is, the ones who are in high positions, right? We are supposed to be of service to the Lord ones, service to the people, to let them know who God is and what God can do in their life. So Mordecai is going to stand up for righteousness, right? They have integrity. They're not too big on titles. They're not too big about the things in the world, right? They're just content and happy with where they at, but they will tell you the right thing to do. They will point out the goodness in you. They will let you know your flaws or things that you need to work on, and they will believe in you. So that is Mordecai. Identify your Mordecai, and you will know what God is calling you to do in the season that you are in. So God bless.